You said, how do you love that person inside you that says you're not worth loving, that you don't deserve it, that you're a fake, you're a phony, you're a whatever, you know? And I thought that's really getting to it. Like when you talk about working on yourself, that was the huge turning point for me. Like, how do you love yourself? Like, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And it took my path, like getting to it the way I got to it. And Mike's getting to it the way he got to it. And we're still getting to it, really, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not there yet.
Right.
Or else why am I still biting my nails or whatever? I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's like compared to, you know, when paper's rolled up and you push the paper down and then it rolls itself back up, you know, like when you have like, it's compared to that. So it's not you don't just finish it usually. But this is, in the type of Buddhism I'm studying, you know, they really want you to get enlightened. And even though that's a controversial thing to talk about, and in some spiritual communities, it's sort of, don't worry about that bullshit. They want you to get enlightened because, they within the framework of that particular philosophy or religion is the possibility that in your lifetime you can get actually enlightened, like Neem Karoli Baba, like all the great saints. Like it can happen in a single lifetime, even though from that very same perspective, we've incarnated so many times that you have been my mom, I have been your mom. We've all been each other's mothers and child, and every bird and every creature has been your mom. That's how long we've been trapped in samsara. But to get a human birth is like, it's like winning the lottery 17 times in a row. There's more, in this cosmology, there's more gods than there are humans. There's more deities than humans. That's how rare the human birth is. So if you find yourself in a human birth, the recommendation is, get enlightened. And that means like a complete transformation in the way you see yourself, which is why these Tibetan teachers, when they hear in the West, there's this affliction we have, which is we don't like ourselves. And these Tibetan people who, like the tulkus, who've been raised up who've been born into a system where the idea of what the self is much bigger than the idea of what the self is in the West. When they hear someone saying, I just don't like myself, they get confused because it's like someone saying, I don't like the universe, or I don't like everything, because that's how they see the self, whereas our selves are all compressed. And you know what I mean? Like we all think we're you're a you, I'm a me, I've got my enemies, I've got my friends. But from this perspective, it's like, oh no, none of that. All that's based on this fundamental confusion regarding the identity. Like we think we're a one thing or an I or something, which in relative, we clearly are in relative reality, but you know, it's interesting to imagine that that actually isn't quite the case.